Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on what am I doing? Oh, Love After Lockup or Life After Lockup. It's season 6, episode 19. It's titled DNA All the Way. It had nothing to do with DNA, so they need to come up with better titles. Let's start with Will and Courtney. Will and Courtney are doing a final interview. Will is telling us that Courtney just pulled up with a new dude. But what's it to him? He's divorcing her. So what does he care who she pulls up with? She could pull up with a clown car of 1,000,001 dudes coming out of there. It shouldn't matter to him because he's divorcing her, right? He said it feels like she slapped him in the face. Well, that's life, Will. Get over it. Will said he was having doubts about divorcing Courtney, but seeing her pull up with a dude reassured him that he made the right decision to divorce her. After you put something in the trash, Will, you don't go back into the trash and pick it back up, okay? You put her in the trash, leave her there, okay? But Will has diarrhea of the mouth. He's going on and on and on about Courtney. How she was only with him for the money. She cheated on him. She lied to him. She need to apologize to him. She hurt him. She used him. He just kept going on and on about Courtney. He said he went on the prison website because he was lonely. So he then drank some alcohol and bitched some more. Then he went and sat down beside Courtney in the confessional. So in the confessional, the producer asked Courtney who dropped her off. She said a friend. Why is the producer asking her that? She's getting ready to get a divorce. She can do whatever the hell she want to do with whoever she want to do it with. Leave her alone. Will told her to tell the truth. And then she laughed at him. But me and Will, we didn't get the joke. We didn't understand what was so funny. She was laughing, fake laughing, you know. So the producer asked Courtney if she is dating the guy that dropped her off. Courtney said no, but the attraction is there. Will said he does not want to spend any more time with Courtney. He said as soon as this interview is over with, he's going to leave Portland and he's never ever coming back. Then he's going on and on and on about how wonderful, all the wonderful things he did for her, all the stuff he bought for her, stuff he gave to her, and then she's laughing at him again. When she has nothing to say, all she does is laugh. Then they started arguing. Then Will got upset and he walked off. And Courtney said in the confessional that she had sex with the guy that dropped her off. And then Will told her, Will's outside, standing outside, and he told us that the other day he had sex with Courtney. I'm tired of these two. They're exhausting. I don't want to see them anymore. They can be gone like Brianna and Daniel. Just be gone. Next up, we have Kiana, Demondrick, and Juela. Kiana and Demondrick are on their way to see the attorney and the investigator. She thanked Demondrick for coming with her. Next, Juela pulled up at Demondrick's father's house, and the ignorant father said, "Baby mama, what's happening?" Juela said, "Sir, I have a name." And I'm glad she said that to him. So then she showed him the paper that the investigator gave her. And then now we go back to Kiana and Demondrick. The investigator told them that Juela think one of them vandalized her car. She said she didn't vandalize her own car. One of y'all did it. And she wants everything that was damaged to be paid for. He told them that Juela only cares about what's in it for her. What do you mean she only cares about what's in it for her? Her shit was damaged. The stuff for school, her makeup, her stuff was damaged, and she wants it repaired. She's not asking them to buy her a whole brand new car. She wants them to replace the shit that whoever, that Kiana, I think Kiana did it, that Kiana destroyed in her car. She's not asking for a new car. He told them that Juela only cares about what's in it for her. What do you mean what's in it for her? Her shit was damaged, and she wants it replaced. How dare him? So Demondrick told them that I already gave her money for her car tires. The investigator told them that her property inside the car was destroyed. Kiana said what she's looking for is money. Kiana, I can't believe you. You have kids. I don't know if you're getting child support for those kids, but she have kids who is your boyfriend, and you know damn well he's not paying child support. What are you talking about? All she's looking for is money. You're damn right she needs money. She needs money to support her 3 kids that she didn't have all by herself. She had with your boyfriend. Kiana is something else. Kiana is angry at Joella for no reason at all. Joella didn't do nothing to Kiana. Demondrick goes over to Joella's house and have sex with Joella. Joella doesn't come looking for him. He goes to her to have sex with her, but she's mad at Joella. Why don't you be mad at Demondrick, Kiana? Man, these women are something else. So the investigator told Kiana that Joella wants a one-on-one conversation with her. Back to Joella. Joella told the father that she doesn't know what to do. What do you mean you don't know what to do, Joella? See, Joella's pissing me off. Well, she has pissed me off. I'm done with Joella. I'm tired of her. I'm not on her side anymore. Because why is she going to his father to ask the father what she should do? Of course the father's going to tell her to drop the charges, and that's exactly what he told her to do. So when she went to the father's house, she said she wanted to see Demondrick. Why was she going to go see Demondrick? To ask him what to do? I don't understand. I don't understand how she's moving. I'm done with Joella. I'm done with her. She's moving in a cowardly way, and I don't like it. If you file charges and stick to those damn charges. Don't sign no damn paper to drop no damn charges. Don't do it. File the charges. Go all the way with it. Then we see her in a confessional crying. We see Joella in a confessional crying, talking about she want them out of her life. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't want Demondrick out of your life. Back to Kiana and Demondrick. Kiana said there is no talking with Joella. She said all Joella does is bark. I don't understand why Kiana has so much heat for Joella when Joella has done nothing to her. Demondrick goes over to Joella's house and have sex with her. Joella don't do anything. She don't, she's not. He's the one that's going over to Joella's house. So why is she so pissed off at Joella when she has no heat for Demondrick? I don't get that. So the attorney told Kiana that the ball is in Joella's court and they should just wait to see what happens. In her confessional, Joella said Kiana is a conniving bitch. In her confessional, Kiana said Joella wished she was in her position. Kiana said Joella is not going to falsely accuse her and then get away with it. I'm sick of those two because they're fighting over a man and he's just sitting back allowing them to fight. He's going from this one to that one, from this one to that one, and just fighting over him. And nobody's mad at him. I don't get it. Brooke and JK. So JK is done arguing with Alex, so he leaves. And he has 11 missed calls from Brookie. If I called somebody and I got their voicemail, I leave them a message. If they call me back, they do. If they don't, they don't. I don't keep calling them. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's an emergency or something like that, but why you call this man 11 times? He played Brooke's voice message, and she's just cussing him out. He said he's not going to tell Brooke about Alex's baby yet until he finds out if it's his. But he won't have to do that. She'll find out through the grapevine because it's a small little community, it seems like, that they're in. Everybody knows everybody's business. And ask Bonnie. Bonnie will tell you everything. She knows it all. She'll find out on her own. JK don't have to tell her nothing. So JK goes home to his mother's house, and he told his mother and stepfather that Alex is pregnant. So his mother's like, so you've been sleeping with both of them? He's like, well, when you get out of jail, So his mother wants him to get a DNA test. Brooke then pull up at the mother's house, and she's banging on the door. She's saying, answer the effing door. She's so rude and disrespectful. This is his mother's house. His mother and stepfather's house. And she's banging on the door talking about, open this effing door. So JK goes in the bathroom and he tells his mother, don't tell her I'm here. So the stepfather answered the door and he told Brooke, JK is not home. She said, well, his car is in the driveway. The stepfather said, well, he walked somewhere. He walked to the store or somewhere. Brooke said his fat ass ain't walking nowhere. He's in here. And she pushes herself in and comes into the house. And then she asked the mother, where's your son? And the mother said, watch your tone with me. She said, this is the tone you're going to get, girlfriend. This is the tone you're going to get. She's so rude and disrespectful. So the mother said, he's in the bathroom. I would have kicked that bitch out of my house. She wouldn't be in my house talking to me like that. So she goes to the bathroom, bangs on that door. What's his name? JK finally opens the door, and she starts cussing him out. So JK's mother told her stepfather, get her out of my house. She's that foul language, I don't like it. She needs to go. She's yelling, she's screaming, she needs to go. So the stepfather said, hey, you need to go. And Brooke said, hey, I'm talking, I'm having a conversation. And JK had to grab her by the hand and take her outside the house. And outside the house, they're arguing. And she asked him, what you been doing all day? Why don't you answer the phone call? And she was fussing at him. And then he finally told her, I went to see Alex. And then I don't know if he told her that Alex is pregnant or not. My TV went out because that was the last. They were the last episode scene from the episode. But I'll know next week when it comes back on if he told her that Alex is pregnant or not. Next we have Letitia and Keith. We picked up where we left off. Letitia is talking to her attorney on the phone, and she told the camera people to go away. Next, she's in her car driving, and obviously she had bad news from the attorney. She said this case is different from her past cases. How many cases has she had? But she told us, she said she has another felony that's from a fraud situation. She said she was writing bad checks. Then she said she lied on her food stamp application, and she went to prison for fraud charges. She said she did 8 months in 2018, but she only had one child at the time, and her parents took that child. That's her oldest daughter, Naira, or something like. I think that's her name, Naira. So her parents cared for her child while she was locked up. She said she doesn't feel like anybody can take care of her kids the way she can, so she's never ever gonna let that happen again. And now here we are. Same situation. She committing fraud again, lying, stealing. She's always gonna get caught. You're always gonna get caught. You know what I'm saying? So she made dinner for the family. Everybody sat down to eat. Her oldest daughter wasn't there. She claims she's working. I think the oldest daughter lives with her father, and now she's at her father's house. She doesn't want to be in that house with all them damn people. Keith's son said he is thankful for a home and a family, and that Letitia teared up and she started to cry. And she said she'll always be there for him. So then the kids left out, and Letitia told Keith that she spoke to her lawyer, and the lawyer mentioned a plea deal. Excuse me. Letitia said that what they're saying she didn't do 100%. So I guess not everything they said she did. So she don't think she should plead guilty because she's not guilty with everything that they're saying she did. That's what I'm getting out of this. She told Keith that if she goes to court and loses, she may go away for a long time. Keith asked her, so if you go away, what's going to happen with the kids? And that's exactly what I want to know. Excuse me. She told him that Naira, I think that's her oldest daughter, will go with her father because he's an active father. She said her youngest, Kara, her biological father may try to take her away from Letitia. So she's trying to convince Keith, who just came out of jail after 11 years, has no job, has no home, has 3 kids of his own. She's trying to convince this man to adopt Kara. How is he going to adopt Kara? He's a felon. He's a criminal. He just got out of jail a few weeks ago from serving 11 years. How are they going to give him custody of Kiara? And don't Kiara's father have to give up his parents' rights? Don't they have to get his permission? I don't know how this works, but anyway. Keith told her that they have a lot on their plates. He told her that she held him down while he was locked up. And she said, yeah, I did for 5 years. And he said, somewhat. And she told him it's different holding somebody down when you're out. She said she held him down. He said he did a lot for her, too. He said he sent her pictures. He sent her money. They showed us a clip of her receiving flowers from him and a stuffed animal. And let's not forget that engagement ring that she bought with his money. Okay? And I don't think it's fair for her to ask him to adopt her daughter when he has a daughter himself. He has 3 other kids himself. He needs to take care of those kids before he take care of her kid. That's his biological kids. Now he's gonna adopt her kid and have 4 kids that he's not taking care of. Next, Letitia told us that she has decided to take a plea because she doesn't want them to use her prior offenses against her and possibly end up doing a lot of time. She said if the judge doesn't accept her plea, then they just have to go to trial. She told Keith that if she goes to jail, he needs to hold her down, take care of the kids, and don't bring any bitches to the house, or don't deal with any bitches. So they got into a little heated discussion, and Letitia does not think that Keith will be faithful to her if she gets locked up, and I don't either. He's been in for 11 years, hasn't had a woman for all that time, and plus he's a man. So I don't think he'll be loyal to her if she goes to jail. No, I don't think so. So anyway, they got to court and find out that they go to court to find out her fate, and next we see them standing in front of the courtroom kissing and hugging, and Letitia told us that the judge accepted her plea. I thought she went to jail. I thought somebody said she went to jail. Maybe she did go to jail for something else. Who knows? She's a little criminal herself. She has to pay restitution, and she has probation. So they go out to eat, and then they started arguing because Letitia wants a wedding and Keith doesn't. And I think that was kind of fake. I think they just staged that because now that she ain't going to jail, what problems do they have? They have no problems. They got the little boy, his little boy, living with them. The older girl, I think she's living with her father. She ain't got no problems. And they don't have any more problems because the court case just went away, and now they're arguing about a wedding like Michael and Justine is. So next we have Zara and Troy. So after the memorial, they sit down to dinner, and Troy is not high and smoking, thank the Lord, and he's spending time with his daughter. That's very nice. And Zaria is acting like a human being, cool. Troy thanked everybody for coming, and he invited everybody to his and Zaria's wedding. So then his phone buzzed, and he goes outside and got in the car with Yana, and then they're sitting in the car and they're talking about co-parenting, but what's his name? Troy wants Yana to be friends with Zaria, and she said, "Nuh-uh, I want nothing to do with that shit," and I don't blame her. I don't blame her one bit. So next we see Zaria's baby bump. We saw a webcam, and we see her baby bump, and they said they're having a boy, and they look very, very happy. So then Troy called his mother and told her to come to Syracuse because he has something important to tell her. Why is Troy wearing a bunch of beads, choker beads around his neck? That looks so uncomfortable. He needs to take that off. It don't look good. Anyway, in a confessional, Zaria is chastising Troy's mother for things that she has said. But what about the things Zaria has said? Zaria has said some nasty, ugly, disgusting things as well. So how dare her criticize his mother for the things she said? Zaria is a freaking hypocrite. So next, Troy picked his mother up from the train station, and he has the nerve to tell her not to get to the house. He told her that when she gets to the house, she needs to be nice. Zaria needs to be nice. She needs to be nice. They all need to be nice, not just her. It's not just the mother. It's all of them. And then the mother said, he said, "I have something important to tell you." He goes, "What, y'all breaking up?" He said, "I wouldn't bring you here just to tell you that." She said, "Well, I'm just guessing. I don't know what you got to tell me. I'm just guessing." That's the end of them. Next, we have Justine, and last but not least, Justine and Michael. Michael is stressed because he can't afford to pay for Justine's dream wedding. He's outside the restaurant saying he feels like a failure. Inside the restaurant, Justine's mother is telling her that the wedding is going to be expensive, and she said, "Justine, you have 9 kids, and one is in college, and one's about to go to college. You can't afford this wedding." It's basically what she's trying to tell Justine, but it's going in one ear and not the other. For some reason, Justine is not worried about money. So she goes outside to talk to Michael, and she told him that she don't see why he's upset. He's upset because y'all ain't got no money, and you want this big, lavish wedding, and y'all have 9 kids to take care of. That's why he's upset. Crazy. I guess the last time she checked their account, there was a whole bunch of money in the bank account, because she's not worried about the money at all. He told her he can go sell drugs and get money for the wedding just like that. She told him that she is not going to tell a grown man how to stay out of jail. He told her it wouldn't put him in jail. It's a one-time thing. So she told him that she feels like something is going on that he's not telling her. The producers are trying to make us think that Michael is going to go sell drugs to get this money, and he's not, because I haven't heard about him going to no jail. He told her he didn't want to talk about whatever she think is going on with him, and he walks off. Next, Justine and her mother, they go hang out, and her mother told her that, she said, Justine, when you were 12 or 13, she said, you rebelled. She said, you had a lot of anger, and Justine wanted to, she said, told Justine, you want to do whatever the hell you want to do, whether it was right or wrong. Justine said, yeah, I know that. So apparently Justine blames her mother for her father leaving. Justine's mother told her, she said, 2 weeks after I had you, your father left and went to the Navy. He left us. He just left us and went to the Navy. He never came back. Well, he came back, but he came back sporadically. He didn't come back to actually be with them. Justine said she saw her father a couple of times while growing up. She said she saw him a few years ago and they left off on bad terms. So why is she blaming the mother for her father's rejection? She said, she feels horrible that her kids didn't get to her father as a grandparent. Well, you didn't get him as a father. So why are you upset that he wasn't a grandparent to your kids? He wasn't a father to you. Why would you expect him to be a grandparent to your kids? And why does she blame her mother for her father's neglect? Justine told her mother that it wasn't her fault that she was always angry as a kid. Yeah, it was your fault, Justine, that you're angry as a kid. Kids are stupid sometimes. She talked about an incident when she was 16, and they were having a party, and she turned around, her father was there, and she turned around to her friend and said, yeah, that's my dad over there. And then when she turned around, her dad was gone. And apparently that really hurt her. And I can understand that. I can understand that. Because you want your father there, A little girl wants her father, And the mother can't understand why Justine can't get over her daddy issues. Justine needs counseling. She needs counseling. Justine, when she's talking to her mother, she doesn't look her mother in the face. She looks down. She doesn't look her mother in the face. I don't understand why. But then Justine asked her mother, she told her mother she wants her to come to Vegas and spend more time with the family. And her mother agreed to that. So now we see Michael. Michael is in the hotel room in New York, and he calls his mother and asks his mother for $1,000. The producer, they're trying to make us think that he's going to use that money and go sell some drugs to get the money for this wedding. That's what I think they're trying to make us think, but he's not going to do that. He ain't stupid. That was the end of the episode, and this is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.